You still just choose, and when you say this is good now, that's not good, and you're going to stand here, it's all possible. Please take the neutral position, and then that's why I said you come a little bit before.
Yeah.
You don't get nervous because you are so good in debating that you don't get nervous of all those. So like, maybe you can use it. Yeah? And I give the defending party 1 minute to defend the motion, and then it's up to you. And first, of course, I give you the time, and then you just switch the conversation. I'm not giving the time. 1 minute for her, then she gets it's her turn, and then it's up to you. Yes? And it's 5 minutes maximum.
Okay.
Yeah?
So
the whole duration of the debate
Yes.
will come?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that good?
some pizza met teeth.
A few moments to prepare. Yes? Is it clear for everybody?
Yeah.
This is the motion. All our urban design tools are not developed for designing networks.
Ja.
All our urban design tools are not developed for designing network cities.
Kom op, zeg. Een beetje respect. Cheers. Sorry. Ja, dat wel. We zijn aan de nadenken, ik zie het. Wat een finale.
If you are ready, you can... Yes, you have to stand up. And I take the time.
She can stand as well, or do we have to sit?
Yeah, she's sitting. Yeah, you sit and stand up, yes. They're moving, not you.
Oh, what up? It's on.
Alright.
Just respect.
Please respect.
Well, my statement is all our current urban design tools are not developed for developing network cities. And by this I mean that our current urban design tools are usable in a situation where there's that we know from many decades, but now we've come to a moment where there are network cities. There is the thing of network cities, and we have to be able to understand these network cities first. So in advance to develop some usable tools for this. And I'm experienced with this. In my last project, for instance, I found a narrative toolbox, so tools to enhance the storytelling of a site. That's a new tool.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
You are choosing stay.
the speakers and chairs and all the audiences. First of all, I'd like to make a remark on Ruben. First of all, he did try to explain what the tools are, but it wasn't very clear what kind of tools. It's kind of still abstract to me. But I think that all these urban design tools are developed from until now. For instance, like in the Netherlands. We can see that the network cities are already been working. The tools, as I explained to you, is that, for instance, like the process of designing, such as creating layers or creating a good infrastructure or network. I think it has already been developed well by the country in the Netherlands. And for making examples such as your project, for instance, like Viana de Castello, I think it's a very limited. It's a way of limiting the definition of the tools itself, where I consider the tool of a more wider tool for urban designers, such as as I said before, the infrastructure and also other aspects, like for instance, like concept of design and other subjects such as that. Thank you.
I agree with the thing you proposed that it's just focused on that thing. That was what I mentioned. But I do not agree with the thing that urban networks work. They work nowadays. I think it's just something that came up as a new thing, a new development, and we have to get used to it before we can develop some tools for it. And we're just starting at the moment to develop usable tools that are applicable on these current network cities, and it will help us to develop network cities even more. So.
Okay, so what I caught from your definition, from your explanation, was nowadays that is it on how that the design tools are not yet developed or not developed at all, because that's a two different definition of developed or not. So because it is still growing then, but it's still developing. That's why it is developing, but it's not developing at all. So you have to like make two different kind of like two different definition or two different understanding of both. So I think that it is now still developing, but it is developing, but it's not yet totally developed. But it is developing because network cities nowadays, it's able to connect people from other cities to another, and that's when I think that a network city is working. That's my parameter of how.
Well, that's interruptive because you say that the developments are going to find these tools, but I'm saying these tools are not developed yet to design good and solid urban networks yet. So they have to be developed, but they are not at this moment. So.
Okay. Dear Mrs. and Mrs. Chairs, network cities are being promoted or pioneered in the Netherlands. So it means that when the Netherlands had promoted network cities, it means that they don't just plan the network cities, but they already have tools behind creating the network cities. So it's not possible for them to create network cities and to make the tools after they create the network cities. So they must be able to. They have the tools, and now they're developing the network cities. And I think that's where the development of the tool itself is being undergone. So it is developing. So if the tools are not being developed for the design network cities.
Sorry, I hope she can give one example for a tool that has been developed for designing network cities. Maybe she can give an example.
Okay, I can make an example for network cities, for instance, like the infrastructure. For instance, like NS. NS is one of the aspects for creating also a network city, because a city is not only based on the design of the city, but also the components of the city itself, for instance, like infrastructure and also public transport, and how it's able to connect one place to another. And nowadays, NS has been able to reach places.
Sorry, now she's talking about infrastructure, but I think as an urban design tool, now she's talking about infrastructural tools that a government can use or a large corporation can use. But what can we use as urban designers? Do we have the tools to design network cities? Do we have them right now? I don't think so. We have to develop them in order to develop better network cities.
Okay, that's the thing. It's because the tool itself has not been able to be defined by Ruben. That's why he is not able to explain what kind of tools there are in urban designs. But I think designers, they have their own tools to design the network city, because a process of designing is without a process of design, you can't create something. Like the process of the design itself, it's a tool for the urban designers to design network cities. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right, thank you.